Welcome back to Pop Goes the Kernel, where we dive into today's latest pop culture, music, television, movies, and more.
I'm Marissa Armstrong.
I'm Gabby Mercedes.
I'm Bella Lindsey.
And I'm Jackson Redish.
Today's episode will include new movie castings, new albums, the Victoria's Secret fashion show, the Louvre robbery, and more. Let's get popping.
The opinions expressed on this podcast are the speaker's own and do not uphold the opinions expressed by the Kentucky Kernel.
We love SNL here on Pop Goes the Kernel, and I'm so excited that it's back for another new season. I kind of want to brush over some of the highlights of the first 3 episodes of this season. For one, Amy Poehler was our host, with Role Model being the musical guest, and I love Role Model. I've talked about it before. He's such a great performer, and when he did his musical performance, he actually brought out Charlie XCX to be Sally in his performance of Sally When the Rain Runs Out, which is a common thing he does at his shows. He'll either bring out a fan or a celebrity guest to be their Sally of the night. And so having Charlie XCX there was so fun. Also, Sabrina Carpenter was not only the musical guest, but the host of SNL in the same episode. Every time she does anything like this, she's hilarious. I loved every single one of her sketches. A highlight for me was her Foodie Boys sketch, where they pretended to be preteen podcasters talking about food. And the way that they just understood the lingo of these 12-year-old boys was hilarious. They were like, yo, salad is chopped, bro. Like, it was so funny and they were like, especially when it's chopped, like, it was so good. And I just could not stop laughing at it. I love that sketch. I thought it was done perfectly, and I don't know. What do you guys think how the season's going so far? Any thoughts?
I love Sabrina Carpenter so much. I think part of her appeal to Gen Z and just kind of everybody is that she gets the humor so well, and she is just so naturally funny as a person. And you have to have a certain amount of talent, obviously, to be a musical host and also a musical guest and also be hosting the episode, to be memorizing all that stuff. And I just think she does an amazing job at it. She brought back the iconic Domingo skit. I just love her so much. Anytime she does something, ads, anything, she's just so funny. And her SNL episode was no exception.
I mean, I love me a good funny woman, and trust me, it takes work, ladies. It takes work. But her Domingo skit, she started it off, and she's really wrapping it up. We've talked about it a lot on previous episodes last season of Pop, since there's already been 3 before this one. Honestly, kind of getting over the Domingo skit. But you know what? She really brought it back to life with it. I still thought it was funny. Her performance in itself was actually immaculate. I loved it. Honestly, I just love seeing her on SNL. It just makes me so happy. I was more invested in watching it for Sabrina's skits than I was for the actual musical aspect of it. But you know, I'm just happy she's back. I love it.
We've had some ginormous casting announcements in the past couple of weeks. One of them being Comic-Con happened last week, and we got some huge Five Nights at Freddy's casting.
I'm so excited. The second one.
I mean, I saw the first one. It was one of the worst movie theater experiences that I've ever had. But, you know, I'm going to the haunted house at Universal this week. But let's get to the castings. The one that I'm most excited for, Matt Pat, is voicing Toy Bonnie.
I need to talk about this for a second because YouTube lore, if you don't know who Matt Pat is, Matthew Patrick, he hosted this show called Game Theory. He also had Film Theory, but he would break down all of the Five Nights at Freddy's lore for everyone because it's a whole phenomenon lore, and he would make these video essays all about everything Five Nights at Freddy's. The fact that he's actually going to be in the movie is insane to me. I'm so excited.
That cracks me up, though. I would have never imagined that if I were doing that either. So, you know what? Shout out to you, Matt Pat. It all paid off.
Yeah.
Who else?
Also, McKenna Grace. We love her. She looks like is going to have, we're not kind of sure what role yet, but she's going to have a role in this. And a little bit of a controversial casting. I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Megan Fox was casted as Toy Chica. Now, originally when this happened, you can see the video in the auditorium. Everybody is kind of really disappointed, not really wanting this to happen. But then a couple days ago, a clip of her talking as Toy Chica was released, and the energy completely flipped. We went from, no, we absolutely don't want her, to, she's going to be perfect. So I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this.
Listen. I absolutely love it, right? I think it's perfect casting. At first, I was a little skeptical of, like, why Megan Fox in a FNAF movie? That's weird. And then you see the snippet that came out. Changed my mind entirely. Now I think it's actually a great casting, and it's going to be a great movie. Better than the first one, in fact.
I would have never picked Megan Fox to be casted, but the fact that McKenna Grace is also casted, she's in everything at this point. I don't think I've heard her like not go without at least like 5 movies a year at this point. So that, talk about a do. You know what, Matt Pat? Hearing the lore, because I did not know that. I did not grow up watching Matt Pat. So knowing that lore is absolutely insane.
I was, I didn't even think she would, like, this would not be something that I would associate her with. I'm interested to see if she's going to be, like, fangirling like us, if she's a FNAF fan. But one thing that I am a huge fan of is Wicked. There was a big Wicked announcement recently. John M. Chu went on the internet and kind of announced the casting for Cowardly Lion. He said, I slid into this actor's DMs, and when you guys hear who this actor is, everyone's going to freak out. So immediately the internet went into a frenzy. Who is it going to be? Lin-Manuel Miranda, Ian McKellen. The one name that people didn't want, though, was James Corden. People were petrified.
If they put James Corden in Wicked, I think I would boycott.
People had trauma from the Cats movie.
Yeah.
So John M. Chu saw this, and he immediately was like, no, let me put this to rest. And he announced on social media that it was going to be Coleman Domingo voicing the Cowardly Lion. I love this casting choice. I love Coleman Domingo. So I'm excited to see what he does with this.
Now, I happen to be a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, not totally caught up on the seasons, but that's okay. You don't have to be to know this specific name. McDreamy is back.
Patrick
on
Dempsey.
the show. Patrick Dempsey returned to Grey's Anatomy for season 22. Dry your tears, Bella, dry your tears. Which premiered on October 9th of this year. People are kind of speculating he'll show up within the last few episodes, maybe have something to do with the main character, Meredith Grey, having Alzheimer's. Honestly, this shook my world when I read it on Facebook, and I was like, I have to know if this is real. Lo and behold, he's coming back after he came back for maybe like 2-3 episodes in the COVID season they had. We have any Grey's Anatomy fans here that like actually might die? Actually, it might be Bella.
Yeah, when I saw this, I thought it was fake news. I've seen too much of it recently. I was like, he died 10 seasons ago. He already came back once. This has to be fake. But I confirmed that it was true, and I was really shocked.
I really wish they could just have the Holy Trinity and bring back Christina Yang. Oh, my life would be complete. That would be the perfect way to end Grey's Anatomy. As of right now, they show no signs of slowing down, which for a show that has gone on for so long, we'll see how it goes. Maybe with McDreamy coming back, our own Derek Shepherd, it'll revive the show a little bit.
Who am I if I'm not talking about Taylor Swift on this podcast? We're going to make it quick. Don't worry, guys. But we do have some announcements in the Taylor Swift world. She did just announce that the Eras Tour docuseries is coming. There's going to be a 6-part docuseries premiering on Disney+, breaking apart the behind-the-scenes of the creation of the tour, behind the scenes, all of those aspects. 2 episodes at a time will be released starting December 12th, which is a day before her birthday, actually. And then 2 new episodes every single week will be coming out. I think this is going to be similar to kind of how Miss Americana looked, her Netflix documentary, where we kind of got to see a behind the scenes of her life and how she dealt with stress and situations and things like that, while also getting to see her processes of writing, because she did write an entire album while we were on the Eras tour, so I hope that'll be an episode, was the creation of the Tortured Poets Department. Not only are we getting this docuseries, but we're getting another concert film of the Eras Tour. This is going to be the Eras Tour, The Final Show, which is a film recording of her final show that took place in Vancouver. But the difference between this and her previous concert film of the Eras Tour is that this is going to include the Tortured Poets Department set, which she didn't have in the original one because the album wasn't released. So this is going to be the full and entire Eras Tour, and I'm just so excited to watch and relive the Eras Tour. I was lucky enough to go see the show twice live, and so being able to have that in the comfort of my own home and then also getting the behind the scenes is really exciting to me.
So we all know, starting December 12th, we know Marissa will be unavailable.
Yeah, exactly.
Say what you will about Taylor Swift, she stays working.
Absolutely.
So this past Friday, October 17th, there was 2 albums that released, one being Tame Impala's Dead Beat, the other being Ty Dolla $ign's Tycoon, right? A lot of fans are saying that Tame Impala's album was worth the 5-year wait from his last album. A lot of fans are also saying that it wasn't written well and it just doesn't have the emotional impact like his albums usually do. But nevertheless, this album aims to get 71,000 units first week and a top 5 spot on the Billboard 200. This is his 5th album released, and it contains 12 tracks. 5 years since his last album, Slow Rush. Even fans like Travis Scott went on Instagram and posted saying that this is the best album that is released in the last 2 years. The most popular track being Dracula. My favorite track is the intro. I personally think it's a great, great album. Great listen. If you're not even a fan of the alternative music, wonderful listen to all music lovers.
Okay, so Jackson, rate it for us on a scale of 1 to 10, because this is not my kind of music,
Me
but I know
neither.
it's yours.
Right. So I listened to it when it came out, of course, and I re-listened to it today. I honestly think it's a good 8 out of 10. I think it's a good 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, of course, but it's so new, and Tame Impala has a tendency to push the boundaries and be really innovative. And I think he was with this album. I think he did what he usually does.
I feel like Tame Impala is one of those artists, everyone knows the name, but like I've never really heard too much of the music, but I probably have, because just the big name itself lends to a lot. And so I definitely feel like I need to check out this album for sure, because if I know the name, why don't I know the music?
Right.
I'm very much on the same page as you, and my ex-roommate has not been able to shut up about this. She loves Tame Impala. The one thing I'm confused about is why the 5 years? Like, why such a long wait? Maybe it's just because we're used to Taylor Swift dropping one like every year, but I don't know. I think I'll have to give it a listen as well.
Now, to move on to my favorite album from this past weekend, not Tame Impala's Dead Beat, but Ty Dolla $ign's Tycoon. 5 years since his last solo album, but this past year in 2024, he did release 2 collab albums with the man, the myth, the legend, Kanye West.
Oh, boy.
Yikes.
Oh, we've talked about him before.
Exactly, and he wasn't even mentioned on the album, of course. Their relationship is a little rocky, but he did manage to feature many artists such as A$AP Rocky, Travis Scott, Kodak Black, Destroy Lonely, Young Thug, many other names. To me, it's not like an album Ty Dolla $ign has done before. He's usually mixing into that R&B level, but this was a straight hip-hop album. I truly loved it, listened to it when the day it came out, and today as well to re-listen. And my favorite track is Don't Kill the Party, and also December 31st. What a good A$AP Rocky feature it had on it.
So between the two, between Ty Dolla $ign and Tame Impala, which one's your favorite?
As much as I respect Tame Impala for being different, each of his albums, there's like a different sound, and he's being innovative, he's pushing, he's experimenting, and people love it. But I'm gonna have to go with Ty Dolla $ign. I think it has a lot of replay value. Tycoon was just fun, a lot of good production on that album, and it's catchy, and he had a lot of great rapping on the album.
As someone who doesn't really listen to hip-hop music, Maybe I need to give it a listen. I'm feeling a little convinced.
Give it a listen. Come on. I want to steer you all in the wrong direction, of course.
Yeah, this is very much not my music, but I'm excited for you that you're so excited about this.
Continuing on talking about some music, Madison Beer released her new music video to her song Bittersweet. The music video is kind of about the story of a star who'd been broken up with by a boy and kind of how she was coping and recovering after the breakup, because as you know, if you're a celebrity and you break up and you get broken up with, it kind of gets blasted out for everybody. Sean Kaufman, hashtag Team Steven, hello, from The Summer I Turned Pretty, was actually featured in it. As soon as he opened the door, he was playing her quote-unquote ex-boyfriend. Guys, look, I've always been a fan of Madison Beer's music. Something about it it's different to me, and I really like it. But the music video with this one, when you really understood the story that went with it, along with, hello, Steven, my man, my guy, it was really good. And it made me really want to listen to the song again. I watched this music video so many times, I can't even tell you all. I don't know if anyone else here listens to Madison Beer, but guys, this is a listen that you want to invest in.
I feel like I always forget about Madison Beer because I still, in my head, only really know her as that influencer or model.
I was supposed to be in the video.
But I have listened to a couple of her songs, and I think she's really talented, and I think she's looking for that breakthrough moment for her that she still has yet to have. So hopefully maybe having Sean Kaufman featured in the music video helps her out because, I mean, he just got off of The Summer I Turned Pretty high. So hopefully that definitely strives her in the right direction for that breakthrough. Something we haven't really talked about on Pop Goes the Kernel, but is a huge thing in pop culture media, are fashion shows, and one of the biggest, notably being the Victoria's Secret fashion show that just took place. There are a couple of celebrities and people that I want to brush on that we saw in this show. First, we saw Angel Reese, who is the first professional athlete, angel on the runway, which I thought is pretty great achievement. We had Suni Lee, Olympian, and Quentin Blackwell also making an appearance.
I love her.
So she's such a comedian. She's so funny. I was so happy to see her on the stage. Also, we had performers, which notably some of the Victoria's Secret fashion show performers are the highlights of the night. This year we had Missy Elliott, Carol G, Madison Beer, which ironically enough we just brought up, and Twice. And so I thought those were, what a lineup, honestly. I mean, I think about in the past, Taylor Swift performing, Justin Bieber's performance, I remember being amazing. So these were our lineups this year. Another thing I want to brush really quickly on is the fact that Victoria's Secret fashion show, they've kind of lost their big wings. They're not really the Victoria's Secret angels anymore. What are your thoughts on the performance, this year's fashion show, anything surrounding it?
Honestly, I'm a little sad to hear that their wings have now gotten smaller, because that was like the big thing, is you want to earn your wings. And I loved that about it. It made it special, especially when you would see these gorgeous women walking out with these big wings. They're like, oh my gosh, you earned it. You earned your Victoria's Secret angel wings. That makes me so sad that they're so small now. However, though, I've heard that Twice's performance was amazing. I unfortunately did not get to see it, and normally that's not my kind of music. However, if you're going to tell me a performance is spectacular, I'm going to watch it. I do not care what genre of music it is. Also, Quentin Blackwell, I'm really big on, you know what, I'll say it, I'm a little brain rotted, and I blame Vine for that, and I blame her as well. I loved her and her cat Lewinsky on TikTok, so I kept seeing all of the edits people were making of her being like, this is your Victoria's Secret supermodel, by the way. This has been a fire lineup. It represents everybody. There's not a single demographic that did not go unrecognized, and I really liked that. I really liked the inclusion of it. And also, it's the Victoria's Secret supermodels. Like, you know, they're all gorgeous. You know it's going to be these extravagant costumes. And I loved it. You know, if they could just bring back these big, beautiful angel wings that match all the outfits, I think I would be set for life.
Yeah, because the whole thing used to be big hair and big wings. I learned that they're not doing it anymore because they went bankrupt. And that's why we don't have the big wings and the fancy tops and all this, because my best friend, she loves the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and she is so disappointed that it's not big hair and big wings
I didn't even know they went bankrupt. Wait, that's so
I didn't know this till
sad.
recently.
Oh my god.
Because everybody was clowning them for the $500,000 bra.
Oh, right.
Is there anyone you would like to see kind of perform at the show? I know performance is a big thing at the show. I have a couple people in mind that I think would fit the brand of the Victoria's Secret fashion show really well. Obviously, Sabrina Carpenter would do an amazing job.
I was thinking that.
Another person who I think would absolutely kill is Tate McRae.
Yeah.
I
She
could
fits
110%
that brand
see that.
so
Could
well.
Somebody walked out to sports car on the model, and everybody was saying next year it should be Tate McRae. I agree.
It should be.
Honestly, that sports car, that song, it just gives runway Victoria's Secret supermodel vibes, and I'm here for it. And Jackson, I know you. I know Tate McRae, that's your girl. I know you'd want to see it.
Listen, I'm telling all of you right now, the world is lucky that she found a way to be an artist, because that's the perfect model right there. The perfect model. Like, let's be so honest, she would do a great job.
There was a big piece of news that happened overseas a couple days ago, but it's been affecting the world. And guys, when I saw this, I simply could not believe it. The Louvre got robbed.
No way.
That's gross.
In broad daylight at 9 a.m. in the morning, 4 thieves snuck in to the Louvre dressed as construction workers in black masks. And everything about this heist, this robbery, whatever you want to call it, has simply been comical. It sounds like straight out of a movie. I mean, they were dressed as construction workers in broad daylight. They stole 8 pieces of jewelry worth $102 million. And on the way out, they dropped one of them. The heist literally only took 8 minutes. It only took 8 minutes. And just everything about this has been an absolute joke.
I have a couple things I want to say. First, you say it only took 8 minutes. For a freaking heist, that's a long time. The fact that they didn't get caught when they were doing this for 8 minutes is crazy. Another thing, them doing this in broad daylight while the Louvre is open and people are just chilling in there, and they, again, didn't get caught. Where's the security, guys? I will say, the fact that it was so easy for them to do this makes me really think, like, I mean, they should have it, because, like, they didn't know security was there. Bring back heists, guys. Like, seriously.
Whoa,
No,
wait a
because
second.
let me say, the romanticism of it all. What? Like,
What are we saying?
I'm just imagining them listening to Getaway Car by Taylor Swift, and they're all like,
Bella Ciao on the way out. I mean, guys, they escaped on motorbikes. They escaped on motorbikes.
That's so fun.
This entire heist of the Louvre cracks me up every time. What do you mean they dropped one? What do you mean that you're Marissa, you're over here like, I don't know how they took 8 minutes and they got away. I'm like, how do you drop one and you get away?
It feels so unserious. Disclaimer, I do not support robbery. I just want to throw that out there. But seriously.
I get what you mean, like I don't know. I see it. It's like a vision.
because-
like it's like straight out of a movie scene. I think I saw a clip of it. As soon as you said construction workers, I was like, oh my gosh, I saw the clip of it, and I straight up would have thought it was from a movie if they'd filmed it on like a professional camera. They break the window, they walk right over, they break the glass, they get it, and they dip. What do you mean? Not only did they do this in this amazing amount of time, like 8 minutes, I mean, you may as well have taken time to use the restroom before you left, but on motorbikes?
I give it 5 years before there's a movie about this. A
less
Netflix
than that.
documentary.
I give it 1
But
for
guys,
the script.
Can you imagine being the guy when you come back and you regroup and they're like, where's the crown? And he's like, I think
He's
I
like,
dropped it on the way out. I mean, people have absolutely like gone insane with this. They've been like, it was the Madagascar penguins. It was Gru and his minions. It was Balthazar Brat. It was Pink Panther. It was Carmen Sandiego. Like, there's been all these things. It's just been so joked about, and they were successful.
I don't know. I think really the person to clown or the people to clown, it's got to be the security. I've seen better security at the local Walmart than I have at the Louvre, because 8 minutes for a bunch of clowns to walk in and steal stuff and walk away with not everything
Is insane.
Insane, right?
Honestly, when I saw the video, and Bella and I had been talking about this prior, my first reaction was, okay, where's Ladybug and Cat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug? That would have been, like, I swear this was actually an episode at one point. You know what? I just know every TV show, whether it's for kids or adults, there's going to be something about this. This is going to break the news. It's going to break everybody.
I saw somebody say that this is marketing for the new upcoming movie, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which is all about stealing stuff, stealing movies. And honestly, with the ridiculousness of this whole thing, I could believe it. I could believe it.
And you know what? That would be incredible marketing. It's hands-on. Like, people are talking about it. I mean, I don't know how much I actually believe that it's marketing because it's the Louvre. But in my head, I really want to believe that because that would be one of the best PR marketing stunts of all time.
It does make a little bit of sense, because in those Now You See Me movies, they do these worldwide grand just heist. So doing something with the Louvre, mind-blowing.
Another piece of marketing that really hopped on this was Netflix. Not maybe 24 hours after this heist happens, right on their main page, Ocean's 8 is returning to Netflix on November 1st.
Way to take advantage of the situation, honestly.
I mean, I'm not sure whether to just take it seriously because it's $102 million of priceless jewels and artifacts, or to just see it as a complete joke because construction workers took 8 minutes to steal millions of dollars. This has got to be, unfortunately, like, would it be weird to say that it's one of the best things to kind of happen to the internet in the past week?
I mean, yeah, the memes are hilarious. I love seeing everything. I saw someone on TikTok be like, make a haul of what I got. And they were showing like jewelry and stuff. It was really funny. One more thing for this episode. We're going to do our hot takes per usual. I love Wicked, but I'm not excited for another year of Wicked promo. It got to be too much. There's so many collabs, so many ads and things, which again, I love the movie. I'm just tired. I don't want everyone to make it their entire personality for an entire year again.
No, I definitely agree. If I see another mac and cheese box with promo on it, I may or may not crash out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm tired of? Grey's Anatomy. I think it's gone on way too long. I mean, this has been going on since before I was born. Just stop bringing back dead people. It's overdone. They've done it a million times. They already brought back Patrick Dempsey once. Love the man, but I just think we should have ended it when it was good, and I'm tired of it.
Honestly, kind of in agreement with you on that. However, some of the people they're bringing back, if they are big stars, I feel like that's one thing. Yeah. But this has also been going on for 22 seasons, and I feel like they're just trying to revive the show in any way possible. There's only 2 original members left. If you really want to count Meredith Grey, that's 3, but it's really just 2. So
I apologize to all SNL fans in here, but I absolutely hate SNL and think it's super overrated. Now, there's a few skits here and there that are pretty funny, but ever since has been a thing, never was a fan.
Now that makes me really upset to hear, Jackson, because I think SNL is a great way for people and comedians to comment on pop culture today. I think it's a great way to parody everything that goes on in the world, and we all know everything is crazy. We talk about most of the things on our podcast that they parody, and also having the musical guests every week. It gives us a performance every week, and it gives us really fun and amazing sketches, and we get to see celebrities kind of out of their element. So that's why I love SNL, and I'm excited for the rest of the season, so sorry to hear it.
Honestly, period, Marissa. But for me, I really want us to bring back the old Victoria's Secret shows. I want to see, I talked about it earlier, I want to see the big wings. I want to see the glitter stage. I'm somebody with this glitter's like my personality. I want to see the glitter, the glam, the big hair, the big wings. I want to see everything rhinestone. I want the fun music. I want to bring back a performance like Taylor Swift, okay? Going on Marissa's side with that one. I want to see a show like Taylor Swift again. I need it. It would cure my soul.
I agree. I don't care if you've gone bankrupt. I simply don't. Give the people what they want. Give them what they want. They want the big hair, the big wings, the big performances. Just give it to us. I don't care how you do it. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode.
Be sure to check out our website at kykernel.com.
And be sure to follow us on all social media platforms. That's X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify.
Thanks for listening to Pop Goes the Kernel. See y'all next week.